Unfortunately, it's time for another big, ugly Republican shutdown update. I'm going to come at you fast and furious because there are a lot of moving parts. First, yes, we are heading towards a funding cliff on Saturday, November 1st regarding SNAP/food stamp funding. Yes, there is a contingency fund under the USDA. No, the White House does not plan on using it. Yes, Mike Johnson and John Thune are supporting this cruelty. You should also be calling the House Committee on Agriculture's chair, G.T. Thompson, as well as the House Subcommittee on Agriculture under the House Appropriations Committee, that is Andy Harris, and tell them about your displeasure in them not keeping the USDA accountable for this decision. If you think the Republicans aren't unraveling over this decision, you should know that Marjorie Taylor Greene and others have been definitely thorns in their sides. Also, John Thune was seen yelling at other senators on the Senate floor, which is very unlike Senator Thune. J.D. Vance even made a visit to Capitol Hill to try to figure something out, I guess. He does seem to think that troops will be paid on Friday, October 31st. I guess we'll see what magic that is coming from. Meanwhile, the Queen, Judge Susan Ilston, has blocked all layoffs under the shutdown until a full lawsuit has processed. Two different labor unions have called on all of Congress, including the Democrats, to end the shutdown. AFG is one, and they just called for just a complete stop to all things and just pass the CR, which I might remind everybody is going to expire on November 21st anyway. So we're going to have to do this again if we don't do actual appropriations and actual budget. Second is the Air Traffic Controllers Union. They actually were like, yeah, we really want this shutdown to end, but we kind of still think Democrats need to fight here. And in case you thought the Republicans couldn't get any more deluded or cruel, they are trying to do yet another reconciliation bill. I have mentioned this before, but yes, they want more big, ugly cuts. The way that they whipped up some of the votes that they needed for their first big, ugly bill was by promising another round of reconciliation. And Jody Arrington with House Budget Committee is totally talking about it right now while the government is shut down. I can't. You need to keep calling your representatives and telling them you see these headlines, you know what they are doing. And to try to put this to rest, though I'm sure I will still get trolls in the comments, yes, the GOP/Republicans could get rid of the filibuster at any point and start passing budgetary measures along purely partisan lines. Generally, I do not want this because I actually want bipartisanship. On the other hand, most of the consequential legislation that has happened this year has been done on purely unilateral partisan lines because of using reconciliation, and also that the Republicans have suspended the filibuster for nominations and other legislation twice this fall. If they do indeed go that route, I hope Democrats make it super duper clear that they will respond in kind after the 2026 midterms to undo and fix and finally move forward the progressive policies that Republicans have been holding up for decades. Stay angry and calling and stay tuned.